In this episode of the Turf Toe Show, somehow we talk about the Broncos, who aren't even relevant in this conversation, but
they're always relevant.
Somehow they got into the Super Bowl conversation.
Yes.
So
and hockey.
And yeah, in hockey, like what? It doesn't count.
Big
but
dogs.
Just stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the actual Turf Toe Show,
sir.
Podcast, video recording, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm pretty sure nobody's inebriated right now. So
well, possibility's always there.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning. When we're recording this.
Somewhere.
Calls today.
I mean, I don't
coffee,
know.
Guys.
But I'm Mike Floyd. I got a story about some coffee. I got to tell y'all. Well, I'll probably tell you this, but I'm Mike Floyd, and I don't know. I really don't have any feelings this week. I feel dead inside. I don't know.
I do. I have feelings this week.
But that's Glow, man.
I'm Stephen Harris. Since Floyd always calls me Mr. Avalanche, just to let y'all know the Avalanche are just running roughshod through the hockey world right now.
Nobody cares about
Last
hockey.
I looked, they were on their 9th win. Or no. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2 for their 10th straight win. So, hockey.
But what are they ranked in the West?
I honestly have no idea.
That's the real question.
It's hockey. Like, it's not even a real sport.
God damn, here we go again.
It is a real sport.
It's one of the 4 major sports, bro. It is.
No.
Soccer's the one that gets left out.
Right.
No one cares about soccer.
No. Just it's NFL, NBA,
NBA,
Major League
MLB,
Baseball,
and
women's
NHL.
soccer.
And what?
And women's soccer.
Women's volleyball.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. Wait till the Olympics roll around.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the men's soccer team.
Because they're the only ones that win.
Yeah, exactly. We only care about winners.
But
in
again,
America.
so it's a major sport because you only care about every 4 years.
God.
Bro, when was the last time the men's hockey team won the Olympic gold?
Dude, you know how hard it is to do that, bro? Have you heard of
If you're the best in the world,
bro?
We ain't even talking about the
Russia,
Olympics, though.
Scandinavian countries, man. That's their only thing. That's all they have.
That's why it's not a sport.
Oh,
we ain't even
my
talking about the
goodness.
Olympics though. We talking about damn.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
So the Avalanche have won 10 straight games and they're 8th in the Western Conference.
They're 8th. Like they barely will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
10 straight games and they're still 8th.
Guess who's on top of the Western Conference though?
Ironically enough, the Vegas Knights.
Exactly. I've
But
been talking so much trash.
Aren't they about to get rid of that franchise?
the Avalanche actually have a better record than the Vegas Golden Knights. 46-27 to 46-31.
But I think the Vegas Knights beat them.
Yeah, that's probably true.
No. They don't have a better record.
46-31?
No, 31-27. That's
Oh.
games played, player.
God damn it, man. Never mind.
See, we're gonna work on how we
we're gonna
read our rankings for hockey, but no.
Again, it's just coffee, guys. It's not.
No.
It's not
I
a real
am
sport,
sober.
so.
It's 27-16. You're right. But they're still eight.
Watch. What's gonna happen is these 3 teams right there, the Kings, Ducks, and Blackhawks. Watch. As the season progresses, you're gonna see that change.
So you've been secretly watching hockey too?
No, it's just that notoriously these teams have been really good.
Yeah.
Notoriously, so
Yeah. The Avalanche haven't been good. So
no.
So I have this theory about the NFL,
okay.
and especially about like the Super Bowl, right? So I don't know if y'all saw the news that the Patriots are technically going to be the home team for the Super Bowl,
Right.
but they're wearing their away uniforms, which is all white. And I think they said out of the last 14 Super Bowls, the team that wore all white, 12 out of 14 times they won.
Really?
Now I think
It's an interesting stat. But
and combining that with them sacrificing Gronk, not only will they get blown out in the first half by the Eagles, in the second half they'll end up putting up 32 points and end up winning the game.
So basically a repeat of last year.
Exactly the exact same thing.
Basically a
from last
repeat
year.
of last year.
Just with less star power. Falcons had way more star power, but the Falcons really weren't. I feel like with this, here's why I think Patriots may still win it.
May still win it.
They may. I don't know. It depends on which Nick Foles shows up.
Right.
But I think that when you look at these past Super Bowls, the team out of the AFC has just had a greater challenge. Like they've actually I mean, okay, Titans really run a challenge, but don't think it didn't take a lot to have to stop Henry. They did a great job. Made Mariota have to beat them, and Mariota obviously couldn't do that because they really don't have any receivers for real.
Right.
Like their tight end is their best receiver.
I mean, he's going in the Hall of Fame, so I mean,
who is?
Mariota.
No, he's
What?
not.
The only quarterback to throw a pass to himself in a divisional game.
That gives you that Hall of Fame automatic. Yeah, man.
First ballot.
Yeah. Wow. But no, I think because they've had a more difficult like playoff. I mean, Jacksonville was. I mean, they were thinking this whole time, okay, Pittsburgh. Then it switches up Jacksonville, and they could have lost that game if it wasn't for.
They should have lost that.
All right, let's talk about that. So I've seen a lot of guys, especially Max Kellerman, speaking of how it was the refs were the reason why the Jags lost that game. Completely, it was no other reason. That whole pass interference call, that 50-50 was like,
on AJ Boye.
Everybody's like, some people were like, oh, I can see why they called it, and everybody else was like, nah, that was ticky-tacky.
No,
yeah.
You don't call that.
Now, I personally wouldn't call it, but I don't think that was the call that killed that whole game.
Well, that whole sequence of events at the end of the first half there, because even the reason that the Patriots ended up with the ball game was because they took a delay of game and couldn't get a first down to extend the half and keep the ball in.
They actually had the first down, but the delay of game cost them that.
Right? Yeah, that's true. This was an 18-yard pass, I think, or something like that. Yeah, the delay of game.
Who was the delay of game on though?
What?
It was on Bortles.
That's Bortles' fault then. I mean,
oh yeah, but you expect that. But I just feel like with
but you can't do that. Not in the AFC Championship game against the New England Patriots.
You talking about you can't call the delay of game, or you can't get a delay?
You
of
can't.
game?
No, you can't do. You got to be more aware. Like you can't. The moment can't be too big, especially if everyone thinks you suck anyway. You kind of don't want to do that.
You don't want to give fuel to the fire.
Like that. And then, I mean, the call was BS though. I mean,
I'll give you that call. I don't think, but my thing is, it was before the half, so they had 15 minutes to calm themselves down by look. We're playing the Patriots in Foxborough. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
can't be doing stupid stuff. Like,
some of those penalties could have gone both ways, man. You mean 6 penalties for almost 100 yards versus 1 penalty on special teams?
Hey, they're more disciplined. It's a Bill Belichick team.
No, it was Gillette Stadium and it's Patriots, and they realized the refs were like, you know what? If we don't have a quarterback that matters in this Super Bowl, the viewing, the ratings, like all this money they spend on commercials, and no one's gonna care. Even though I think they still will care. Yeah. But that's just me. But I guess NFL's like, no. Some people really only watch it because they like to see the Patriots win or lose. It's almost like Mayweather. Like with Mayweather, people like watch those fights because they want to see him finally take that L.
Well, I think it's another way around. Is most people are because you got you got fans of football, and then you got people who actually know football. And so the fans of football are gonna be like, I know Tom Brady. They don't know Nick Foles.
Yeah.
We know Nick Foles, but they can't name anybody else in the Eagles team.
Right.
They can't name anybody else in the Vikings team because Teddy H2O, he's not Teddy H2O anymore.
Yeah.
And then the Jaguars, they were like, Allen Robinson, he's dead. So, I mean.
There's really no, I mean, I feel like with Brady on there, that team, more people are going to tune in because they want to either see them win it again or lose it.
Yeah.
And so that does pay. I mean, which, for like 30 seconds in a commercial during a Super Bowl is like, what, like, couple mil, man. Like, you don't want to. No, I don't know. I feel like it was refs had to do a little more than they wanted to keep the Patriots in that game because they were getting beat.
No, I heard nothing where they were talking about like how the NFL was setting this up, like the NFL office. But I'm like, it's just the same NFL office that suspended Tom Brady for deflating footballs. Why would they want to actually help this guy and suspend him?
Yeah, there shouldn't be. It's not like, Roger Goodell and Kraft and Brady are all like best friends right now. I mean, if you listen to the news, Kraft and Brady and Belichick don't look like the best friends right now either. But
if you want to play it that way, I mean, last year you didn't really need Brady because you had a hot Matt Ryan, you had a hot Aaron Rodgers, you had players, you had a hot Big Ben, it wasn't like you just need Brady. Brady's the only one that anybody recognized in this playoff this year. Right. But prior to that, you don't really. If you have other star quarterbacks, you don't really need Brady when you got Rodgers. You know what I mean? So, and then last year, of course, they're going to suspend him because you can't get caught cheating that many goddamn times with different ways and then be the most winningest program. It's just too much. Right. It's too much. But I don't know. I just feel that because the Patriots have had a more difficult playoff than I would say than Vikings and the Eagles have. That's why I believe that.
Have they had a more difficult run?
Absolutely.
You know what I think is interesting though is talking about like difficulty wise, the two best defenses got beat.
Yes.
And you normally hear people say defense wins championships. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty interesting that both the Vikings on one defense and the Jaguars on two defense got outplayed.
The thing is though, yeah, defenses will keep you in it, but your offense has to be somewhat efficient.
Yes.
Somewhat. You know what I mean? Really, like you can't have. I mean, yeah, Keenum was doing well, but they They did what they were supposed to do. You slow down Thielen, let Diggs. Diggs is good, but Diggs can be controlled.
Yeah,
and Diggs is not his. Even though Diggs is their number one receiver, Thielen is is targeted much more often.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's just a bigger body.
He's a bigger body, and he's got some. Yeah, he's got, and he can take those crossing routes that Diggs really kind of sometimes can't, because Diggs will get blown up. Diggs is a smaller guy, but I don't know. I feel like it was an easier path through the NFC. It usually is. I thought it was gonna be Drew Brees to win. Yeah, you got Vikings.
It would have been way different if Drew Brees was winning this. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look at look at last year. Like, Atlanta breezed through the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. They beat up a super wounded Packers team.
They only had one player that was actually helped in that game.
Yeah, I mean, had Atlanta had to play the Giants and then Atlanta had to play the Cowboys, if they had to do that, I would be like, okay, you know what? Yeah. But Patriots kind of had to, I think they played Pittsburgh.
The Packers won the Cowboys game, last minute?
Last minute. After blowing out the Giants the week before and then having to fight with the Cowboys, they were injured. And then they go in and have to play a star-studded Atlanta. No, man, Atlanta blew, and they got popped by Atlanta, and then Atlanta went to the Super Bowl and was putting it on the Patriots, and then switched up.
But I think that's the same thing like the Patriots just did in this Jaguars game. They let them run their entire playbook in that first half. They go back, all right, get the book out. All right, there we go. All right, we go.
Do this, do that. I mean, yeah, but that's gonna happen. But what the Jags have to do is continue to not be so predictable. Like, that's what I didn't understand. Like, you don't.
No, Jags can stop running their mouth.
I mean, that was fun. They were backing it up. Really,
they were backing up.
I'm cool with confidence, but it's like, don't be like, yeah, don't be gassing us up when we're already gassed up. Like,
yeah, I mean, but that's just them. They haven't been there before, so they kind of like.
That's what they said. Act like you've been there before.
Right.
Nah,
yeah.
I've been the same way.
But that's
more trash.
Right, but that's Duval. That's Duval all itself, man. That's their whole kind of their reputation is like that. So it wasn't even like that. Didn't really surprise me. It's just that what surprised me is that they became much more predictable. Bortles was throwing better. Give him a little bit more leeway.
Actually, to tell you the truth, Bortles did surprise me this year. He did a lot better than I thought he was going to do.
Yeah,
way better. I mean, at the beginning of the year during the training camps, they're all like, "Oh, he's going to lose starting job." He threw 5 interceptions in a practice game. It was just like it was done for. Practice.
Yeah, man.
I mean, keep the defense as intact as you can. Keep that offense as intact as you can. Maybe get another. Maybe try to build up Keelan Cole or D.D. Westbrook. Get a good number 2 to help out Marquise Lee, because you already have Fournette in the backfield, and you have Yeldon, and you have that third dude Grant that they were using, which magically disappeared in the second half.
Receivers. Get a better quarterback. Period.
But if you don't do that, build up what you got.
I mean,
and they still have a chance. They still have a chance.
It's Tom Coughlin. Because I'm pretty sure they could have called up to him in the booth like, "What do we do?"
I don't know why
don't
they didn't
change
do that.
Anything. Play to Grant. Do it every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going for a better quarterback. I don't think Bortles is their guy. I would like to see them try to get a Cousins. I mean, Garoppolo's free agent after this season.
Nah, 49ers don't let go of Garoppolo.
Man,
they found their next.
He's a free agent though. He could be like, I'm going.
They can just resign him.
Bro, they're gonna throw so much money at that boy.
They're gonna
throw.
49ers have a ton of money.
They have nobody else in that team.
Exactly.
Jimmy G is about to be the king of California.
Man, I don't know. Maybe if he wants to stay there, fine. I want to go somewhere where I'm gonna win because they're still gonna be the third best team in that conference.
Yeah, trust the process, man.
No, they're still gonna be. They're gonna finish behind Seattle and behind St. Louis.
Seattle was dead, man.
Okay.
I mean, the defense is getting old.
Seattle has the best coach in that conference, and don't say McVay is not the best coach. He's not. I'm telling you, it's his first year, right?
Yeah.
All right, watch.
So are you saying that next year the Rams are not going to be as dominant as they were this year?
No, they got all that stuff, that star power, and they're gonna work. They're gonna be good. Yeah. They're gonna be good. But now you know what McVay does, because before you had Trash Fisher on that team, so you really didn't like. So then you're like, okay, we know how to beat them. That's easy. But now it's like, okay, then this is how McVay likes to play it. Mm-hmm. So now we make our adjustments.
So speaking of Bortles, the Jags picked up his 5th-year, $19 million option back in May. But that money's only guaranteed if he's on the roster the first day of the league year on March 14th. So they got about 2 months to be like, goodbye.
I mean, reports, things that I've heard have said that if they can find somebody that they think is better than Bortles, they will go with that person.
Here are some of the quarterbacks that they're talking about going after. Kirk Cousins, Eli Manning, Alex Smith, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Brees.
And they're all better. Drew Brees ain't going nowhere. Bridgewater is a bad idea.
He doesn't have knees.
That's a bad idea.
Bridgewater, just strike him out right now.
Cousins has been like he's like the top 5 with passer rating and yards and red zone touchdowns like this past season and like most of last season. Yeah. Cousins is a great option. Because he ain't gonna do nothing in Red Washington.
No.
Nah.
Like, unless Washington decides to
the franchise him
again.
It's their management, man. It's like the Browns. They just got horrible management. They just have to win a couple games.
Well, because he's also got the transition tag on him too. So whatever anybody offers him, they can match it. And
I feel that if they get Cousins, they might be a problem. But then you're gonna have Watson back next year, and Watt back next year, and Luck back next year. So then that division's not. It's not.
I don't know about Luck.
You know, you guys are saying that.
Andrew Luck is gonna be sitting there on the sideline.
All right, Turf Toe season 2. Watch.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out at the beginning next season that his other shoulder is hurt now, and he can't play. But he won't go on his reserve until halfway through the season.
It's
just time for Jacoby Brissett.
It's funny. Oh my goodness.
The hot hand alert.
Jacoby Brissett, Frank Gore, Dante Moncrief.
They're gonna take over that team. Ty over there. They're gonna have their healthy safety back. They're gonna have Barkley and they're gonna have Luck, and they're gonna run through that division.
Oh, they're picking up Saquon Barkley?
They get the 3rd pick in the draft. They better pick him up.
Dude, they're gonna do something.
If they, I swear.
All right, so jumping back to the other game, it was the Eagles and Vikings, right?
Yeah.
And we were watching that game. I think we all said the same thing. Why don't they just throw the ball?
Yeah.
On the first down.
So I'm looking at mock drafts.
They better not.
Oh, so what do you got? What do you got?
They better.
Well, this mock draft I just looked at from CBS Sports shows Indianapolis Colts at number 3 picking up Minka Fitzpatrick from Alabama, the cornerback.
Why?
Right. Why?
He is going to be the first DB to go. He will be a top 5.
Of course, but they don't need him.
I mean, top 10, they don't. No! Denver Broncos, no.
That's not going to happen.
Well, Denver Broncos took it up.
Barkley? Bro, let him stay a little longer. Let me see if I can.
I mean, okay, this is CBS Sports. Let me just read it out.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Okay, go ahead. I can predict this.
So right now, the mock draft from CBS Sports is showing the Cleveland Browns number 1 pick up Sam Darnold, QB from USC. Number 2, the New York Giants pick up Josh Rosen, QB UCLA.
That works.
Wait, Giants got number 2 pick?
Josh Rosen? Giants got number 2, yeah.
Why would everyone was talking about they're looking at Baker Mayfield?
Hell no! You got.
They can take it.
That's what they're all talking about.
You need a nerd. You need another nerdy, weird quarterback like Eli, and Rosen is that guy.
He's not a nerdy.
Yeah, he's weird. So is Rosen. They're weird. He's a weird looking guy. He's like, nah.
Oh, if you're gonna look, okay, I'll give you that.
Number 3, Minka Fitzpatrick to the Indianapolis Colts, quarterback out of Alabama.
No.
Number 4, again the Cleveland Browns, the pick they got from the Texans.
Yes. Oh man.
Orlando Brown, tackle from Oklahoma.
He is a man. That guy is awesome.
And then Denver Broncos number 5 taking Saquon Barkley, running back from Penn State.
Who's y'all's quarterback?
Nah, here's exactly
right. That's right.
But then you go a little further. You got the Jets picking Baker Mayfield, which
I can see that happening.
I think the Broncos need to pick Baker
Mayfield.
Well,
think about it though, the Jets are known. Where back in the day, Joe Namath, that's that kind of cocky attitude. That's what they need in that city, man.
No, they need Josh Allen, and then the Bucks will pick Bradley Chubb, which is a great choice for defense. And the Bears have Calvin Ridley, which I don't like. I don't like that one because that's
Calvin Ridley didn't do nothing the playoff game, the championship game, right?
He caught that touchdown. But I mean, then you got Quentin Nelson, Notre Dame, and then Raiders picking up Raekwon Smith, the linebacker. That's not a bad pick for the Raiders. But don't they have Mack down there?
Yeah, they still got Mack.
So I don't know.
I don't know. With Chucky back there now, they might change that.
Right.
Like change the position?
No, change who they're going to go after.
I really think.
Oh, yeah.
If I were the Colts, I'd take Ridley, and I would let the Bears take Minka. Because Bears need the Bears need their defense to come back alive. They got enough receivers. Shabinsky is gonna take some time. They have running backs already. Get another receiver because obviously your receivers can't stay healthy.
And plus, their new head coach they got was an offensive genius. So
exactly, because Meredith went down. You had White go down, and all you had was Wright and Inman at the end of the season. Yeah, they have enough. They have enough. They need another legit they have enough receivers. They don't need Ridley really, but Minka Fitzpatrick will change that defense. Like when they had Tillman. Tillman was just tearing it up. That's what I think.
Just headhunting out there.
Why would they? Minka needs to go to the Bears.
But who wrote this? Who?
The first one was looking at CBS Sports.
Well, who's the writer for it?
Oh, right.
Or was it just CBS Sports? Because it wasn't. I know Mel Kiper didn't say no crap like that.
No, Chris Trapasso.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Because
Yeah.
Mel Kiper ain't gonna say nothing stupid like that.
No, the Colts better. If Colts draft Fitzpatrick,
Yeah, no, that was.
Are you able to find Tom McShay's?
I can bring up Mel Kiper's.
Well, Mel Kiper, you gotta pay for that one. They're
No.
gonna force you to pay for that crap.
Right. Stand by. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I'll bring it up.
Well, yeah, I can say about the.
But yeah, mock drafts are usually
No, for
crazy.
the Philly Eagles, I mean, do you think because they're gonna have a situation next year? So let's just to say like we were talking about with Case Keenum and the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
If Case Keenum would have won the Super Bowl, would they keep him? Now, if Nick Foles just happens to mess around and win this thing, what do? They trade him for like some more weapons, or do they just say like, screw it, we'll just have both you and Carson Wentz on the team and still give the keys back to Carson Wentz? Because technically Carson got him that far.
To have a backup like Nick Foles, man.
But is he going to want to stay as a backup?
I mean,
he's tried to be the guy though. He's tried to be the starter.
Yeah.
And it hasn't worked out. I mean, there's.
Yeah, I think I honestly, if I was him, I'd stay a backup, man. I mean, you gotta if you can get a ring here.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Campbell did it for what, 20 years?
Well, Jason Campbell was a bum though.
He was the greatest backup quarterback of all time.
He definitely.
He's going to the Hall of Fame as that.
I'm sorry. I think
What?
Aaron Rodgers was the greatest backup of all time.
But he's not a backup.
He was. Oh, you mean like a guy who never was
Yeah.
a backup? Oh, because Rodgers was. No, I'm about to say Rodgers was backup to Favre when
No, I'm
Favre
talking
was
about
out.
like the guy that they always picked up because they knew like, hey, when
as
our
a
guy goes
backup.
down, we know we can trust
Oh, okay. All right, I'm thinking like, wait a minute. But no, okay. I mean, Nick Foles, I'll be like, you know what? I got a ring. I sit back because you never know with Wentz, man. You never know.
You know what's so funny about Aaron Rodgers? I know I'm jumping all over the place, but the fact that they did the whole Brett Hundley experiment, they're like, hey, we had Brett Favre, we had Aaron Rodgers, we probably got another Aaron Rodgers. No,
Like you can't. It's not gonna work like that 3 times in a row.
Nah, he started to come together, but I still wasn't convinced. I guess when you're that spoiled for so long, I guess you like to have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks back to back. That is not common.
Yeah,
but,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That doesn't happen.
that really doesn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So I think it will be interesting for next week's podcast because the Super Bowl's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
So I think it would be interesting for us to choose like an NFC team, just like a random. Like you can take the Packers, I'll take some random team. Here's take one, and we would decide like, hey, this is what I think this person needs, or we just do the whole NFC that day. We just choose like what we think they should take, and then we can do like the AFC the week after the Super Bowl, and then we can just see like, hey, if we're right with the predictions.
I like that idea.
pick like 3 or 4 teams each, and then just figure out what they need for that first round.
So speaking of AFC versus NFC, the thing that everyone's been waiting for all year is the Pro Bowl.
What?
The greatest game on turf.
East Side?
Yeah, the most non-defensive game of all.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, isn't every All-Star game for every...
It's all for the off. That's what the score is
Yeah.
usually like 52 to...
No, have you not seen what the NBA is doing?
No.
So what they're doing now is they're allowing the players to pick their own teams. So it's no longer East Side versus West Side.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the thing I don't like, because hockey's been doing this for years.
Mhm.
What they'll do is they'll televise the actual draft. So the last player who gets picked up gets a free car. But they're not doing it for the NBA because these guys' egos are so big and they don't want to be the last one picked for the All-Star game, which is so funny to me that they're doing it in secret. So I'm just like,
Man,
They need to televise that.
I'm telling you, know how many people watch that?
everybody. Not me,
Yeah.
probably, but...
I'm not watching it, but yeah, that'd be smart. That'd be a great way to make some money off the views.
So for the game where you don't get the Super Bowl teams to participate because it's before the Super Bowl, which I still think is ridiculous. Looks like so the AFC Pro Bowl roster right now, you got Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Keenan Allen, wide receivers, Alejandro Villanueva, Taylor Lewan, Donald Penn tackles, guards. I'm not going to read the guards or the sentence. You got Travis Kelce, Robert Gronkowski for tight end. Obviously, Gronk's probably not going to be there because he's going to play in the Super Bowl, and he's probably
Dead.
still smelling salts trying to wake up.
Gronkowski's trash anyway.
He's just a big dude, man. You can't take him down. You get him the ball.
You can take him down. They took him down last week.
That's true. It's true. Quarterbacks: Tom Brady, Rivers, and Roethlisberger. Obviously, Brady won't be there because
Rivers will be there every year.
He's
not
He's
going
always
anywhere.
there,
basically
man.
Phillip Rivers' team.
It is, bro. He's like used to it. Wow.
Running backs: Le'Veon Bell, Kareem Hunt, LaShawn McCoy.
Man, that running back core is legit.
Apparently, they have a fullback, which is funny because he's from the Patriots, James Devlin, so he's not going to be there. So there's going to be no AFC.
Fullbacks in the NFL still?
Oh, yeah. And he's on the Patriots. He's about to win a Super Bowl.
I thought the Ravens were like the last team to use a fullback.
Wow. Jags use it.
Apparently, James Devlin is good enough to be a Pro Bowl fullback. Wow. Not just a fullback, a Pro Bowl fullback.
Okay.
It's interesting. What else is notable on here? You got C.J. Mosley, middle linebacker from the Ravens. He's
trash.
Von Miller, outside linebacker.
Oh.
Von Miller's probably the best name on that whole team.
You got your Davion Clowney. He's not bad. Terrell Suggs.
Trash. Terrell Suggs is washed up now, man.
Yeah, he's just a good name.
He keeps falling off the skateboards.
What else we got? NFC, Julio Jones. He'll be there because they're not playing the Super Bowl. Same with Adam Thielen. Actually, the whole wide receiver core is non-Super Bowl teams.
And it was all legit players. Though.
Yeah, and Larry Fitzgerald, who was on
I feel so bad for Fitz, man.
I wish that man would get a ring. If it wasn't for that Santonio Holmes amazing catch from Ben Roethlisberger, well, how many years ago was that? 5, maybe 7 or 8 years ago now in the Super Bowl? He'd have a ring right now. He's
in my shelf of honor over there. So
yeah. Goddamn Ben.
I don't know. But as you can tell, this has been a slow news week for us.
Yeah.
It's been pretty slow. Plus, I'm still pretty hungover. So I don't know, but
well, when you got a corner of Henny, it's
a corner that's a whole bottle. But no, the Pro Bowl, I've never been a fan of it, man.
I haven't either,
yeah, I don't really care for it too much.
I mean, I understand they're trying to make it more likable for the younger crowd. They're doing the skills challenge like the NBA does with the skills challenge.
Those are cool, but
I just think
the game itself
is just boring. Who wants to watch it? I think what they need to do is make it more fun. Like, do like a flag football type thing. Make like street rules, like you're a kid in the park or something like
street
that.
Ball?
Yeah, mess around, get hurt.
I mean, not crazy, but you know what I mean. Like, make it.
Telling professional athletes not to make it competitive and crazy. They're gonna be like,
if it happens, it happens. You know, but that's what I think they need to do. No, same with basketball. I think the All-Star game should become like a big ass game of 21, where everyone's just out for themselves, or like 2-on-2, 3-on-3, pick your teams, have a tournament like that.
You know, they should just have a horse tournament.
A what?
That would be. Don't they have something like that?
I mean, they got that little around the world challenge thing. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about like a legit horse tournament. Like
they're
in the stands, throwing the ball like that.
Was that N1 that used to have that then?
Yeah, N1 used to do one back in the day.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I thought I was hearing about that and seeing that.
Because the only thing I was watching during the All-Star Weekend is the dunk contest. That's the only thing I care about. And it's the same dunks every time.
It is. And most of the time, it takes them 2 or 3 tries to even get it.
Yeah. I mean, when Dwight Howard brought that 12-foot rim, that was pretty legit. But his head was like over the fucking rim. So we're not gonna pick our Super Bowl winners this week. We'll do it next week. So
AFC or NFC?
I got to rock with AFC. I mean,
yeah,
it depends, man.
It's the All-Star game, bro.
That defense,
you can't be analytical about the All-Star game.
Yeah, you can.
It's gonna be like 65-54. Like,
yeah, but who's got better receivers? That's what's gonna matter. The NFC has way better receivers,
but the AFC got better running backs.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be handoff. I mean, they got Le'Veon Bell and what's his face, the boy from Buffalo.
McCoy is not, man.
Y'all sat there and told me that McCoy was the shit.
I still think McCoy is. Yes, I still think I'm still on McCoy. McCoy
Did
is
he not have an injured ankle in the playoff game?
Didn't Fournette have an injured ankle?
Did you see what team he was on?
Like he had an injured ankle. No.
You see who was who was the receiver for the Bills? Name one.
They traded all the receivers.
They're all the Rams.
Right.
Right. They're all the Rams, bro. Oh, they got Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got Tyrod Taylor. You got Tyrod Taylor and Brian Peterman.
Also,
I mean, Clay. He can't keep his weight down, so I mean, he's Benjamin.
Oh yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, what?
He's on that.
He's having a weight problem.
He's on that. What's his name? Elliott eating program, man. The boys keep eating, bro.
I don't know how a wide receiver has a weight problem.
But we're gonna wrap this up. So you can follow us on all the social media websites. Just Turtle Show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yep. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Pinecast, possibly SoundCloud, and what's the other one?
Stitcher.
Nobody cares about Stitcher.
I'm just throwing something out because I know.
What's the other one everybody always listens to? Dang it. I want to say it starts with an S.
No idea, bro. But big shout out to everybody that took the time to listen to our NFC and AFC Championship post-game reaction.
Yeah, because that was really random.
That was random and had the most views that we've had. So appreciate y'all. Keep watching. Give us some clicks. Give us some comments. Go Broncos.
Negative.
Bro, you got like
Negative.
8 months before you can say go Broncos. Like,
hey, they're at the Senior Bowl right now working with Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen, all right?
if y'all draft Baker Mayfield, I'm going to laugh so hard.
That-
You have 4 quarterbacks who are garbage.
No, we're going to have one quarterback who's decent, and we're going to get rid of all those other bums, and then we're going to build a
So you
team.
going to bring down John Elway out the booth?
we're gonna build a team and we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, John Elway. He's going to unretire.
Nah, AFC too strong now, man.
Hey, the Raiders are coming back, baby.
No, they're
Man.
not.
I called it a year too early. That's what it was.
Patrick,
I don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to him.
Go Broncos. That's all I gotta say. 303 for life. Mile High City.
All right.
Okay, all right. Don't get too hype now.
So we're going to leave on that note. So.
Yeah.